3 seasons ago, I landed in Montana with $1,000 and a chainsaw. Since then, I've broken more equipment than I've bought and somehow accidentally started a farm. This season, things get serious. My first barley harvest is finally ready, so I've gone and bought the world's tiniest combine. There's a mystery tractor joining the farm. I may be hiring my first employee. So, will this be the year I finally make money? Or the year I completely bankrupt myself? Let's find out. Here she is, the biggest purchase I've ever made, and probably the stupidest. A brand new Massey combine. Listen to that. That's not just an engine, that's the sound of debt collecting interest. But still, she's mine. And if she can get this barley out of the ground without exploding, maybe, just maybe, she'll pay for herself. Hang on, who the hell's driving my tractor? Hello?
All right, mate. Need a hand with that barley?
No, it can't be. Don't tell me that's you in my tractor.
Surprise! Flew in from the UK. Thought I'd show you how it's done.
You absolute legend! I can't believe this. What are you even doing here?
Month off work, mate. Figured I'd spend August keeping you out of trouble. Or at least trying.
Liam, grab the walkie-talkie. It's in the toolbox, right-hand side of the cab. We can use those instead of calling.
Testing. Farmer Liam reporting for duty. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Much better. Right, so, small problem. I don't actually have a silo on the farm. Couldn't afford one this year.
Of course you don't.
So, you'll need to run the barley straight down to Agricor in town, just down the road. Dump it there and swing back for the next load.
All right, leave it with me. I'll get this dropped off and be back before you've filled half the trailer. Keep that toy combine running.
Oi, less of the toy combine. She's all we've got.
Mate, I've got to say, Montana is unreal. These fields go on forever.
Tell me about it. Sometimes I still can't believe this is my life. A farm in the middle of Montana. Question is, where do I take it from here?
Well, judging by the size of this place, you're gonna need more than just me for a month.
Funny you should say that. I've actually been thinking about hiring someone full-time. Having you here makes me realize just how much more efficient this could be.
Yeah, but if you hire help, you've got to pay them.
Plus, I'd need another tractor just to keep them busy.
Exactly.
And that's it. First barley harvest done. Cost me a fortune. Nearly gave me a heart attack. But look at it. Every acre cut. Well, cheers, mate. Couldn't have asked for a better harvest partner. Don't think I'd have managed it without you.
Managed? You'd still be on the first row if I hadn't shown up.
Probably true. Still, it's been brilliant having you here. Farm actually felt like a proper operation for once.
Yeah, I'll admit, I've loved it. Hard graft, but Montana's something else. Beats the UK rain any day.
Oi, you brought the rain with you. But seriously, I hope you come back again soon. Farm won't be the same without you.
I'll see what I can do. I'm sure I'll be back. Just make sure you've got a second tractor waiting for me.
Deal. Safe trip home, mate.
See you next time, farmer boy.
August done and dusted. Liam was brilliant, don't get me wrong, but that was only temporary. These silage bales are just about ready to go. Love this trailer, already making that job 10 times easier. Now that the barley's harvested, I can finally take the extension off the trailer, back to a flatbed. Perfect for the pallets from the greenhouse veggies and the sheep wool. One day, I'll have someone else to help with this, but for now, it's all me. Small square bales, tiny, but they'll keep the flock happy. It's funny, spending all this time lugging feed, moving pallets. You realize how much of running a farm isn't just tractors and fields. It's hours of grunt work, keeping the animals fed, and hoping nothing collapses on you while you're at it. Still, there's something satisfying about it. Look at them, waiting for breakfast, tails wagging, ears twitching. Makes the backache worth it. Every bale in place, every sheep fed. One step closer to getting this farm running like it should. Maybe I should put out a job advert in the local paper or on TikTok, whatever the kids use nowadays. Then I won't have to do everything myself. But for now, it's just me and my farm. And look at that. Silage sold. Nice chunk of cash in the bank. 12 grand richer just like that. Feels almost like free money. Well, apart from the backache and the tractor fuel, obviously. Right, now we've got all this leftover straw from the barley field. Could just leave it there, or we could make a little more cash, which, as you know, I'm always in favor of. So, first up, windrowing. Got to line it up neat and tidy for the baler, pack it together so nothing gets lost, and catch any rogue bits that have gone wandering across the field. If this works, we'll turn a load of barley byproduct into real money. The barley harvest itself didn't net much profit at all either, only about 15 grand, and let's be honest, we need all the money we can get. Right, time to bale. Little round beauties, small, manageable, and hopefully valuable. Every bale is basically money in straw form. I swear, this baler's probably the best investment I've made. All right, trailer attached. Time to get those bales loaded. And now the final step, turning straw into actual money. Montana Hay doesn't know it yet, but they're about to get a proper delivery. The best bit? Already have the trailer. Already have the baler. Basically free cash, aside from the fuel and minor risk of losing a few bales down the road. Every bale we sell puts a little more back in the bank. Right, first things first, Noah's Meadow. If I get this done properly, it's a nice little payday. 17 grand just for cutting some grass. And doing it without tipping over the tractor. Easy money, hopefully. All right now, time to sort my own meadow. Mow, row, bale, and wrap, here we go. I think I should call Hope and get some advice on my next steps. Hey Hope, got a minute? I'm thinking about adding a new tractor and maybe hiring someone soon. I've still got the header and the trailer on hire purchase, but I reckon a second tractor will make things a lot easier.
All right, sounds ambitious. But okay, adding a tractor could work. Just make sure the hire purchase won't cripple you if everything hits at once.
Yeah, I know. I've got a few months left on the current loan, but I've crunched the numbers. I'm confident I can manage it. And I'm also thinking about a new farmland loan, 200,000. Field 2's up for grabs for 180,000.
Field 2 could be a good investment. You've got the space, the workflow, and the machinery. Just remember, once the hire purchases and loan payments stack up, make sure you can cover everything without risking the farm.
Trust me, Hope. I've been through worse. A couple of tractors, a loan, and a new field? Piece of cake. Nothing can stop me now.
Famous last words, Godric.
Exactly. That's the spirit. All right, time to look at some potential employees. Who's going to be my right-hand man, or woman, on this farm? First up, Todd. 17 years old, fresh out of school, absolutely buzzing to get stuck in, but clumsy as anything. Cheap as chips though, 30 grand a year. Then there's Harold. 55, old school farmer. Been doing this longer than I've been alive. Calm, reliable, a bit grumpy, but he knows his stuff inside out. But 80 grand a year. He's the Rolls Royce of workers. Expensive, but gets the job done. Next is Sophie, 24. Grew up on a family farm, knows her way around most machines, friendly, motivated, and adaptable. 45 grand a year. Good balance. Solid choice. And finally, Grace. 38, ex-contractor, tough as nails, but dependable. 60 grand a year. Not cheap, But if I need a job done right, she's the one, especially for the complex stuff. All right, October's here. Employees still undecided, farm debt still terrifying, but at least the barley field's done. Time to get this cultivator hitched and see what's next. Nothing like a bit of cultivation to make a field look productive, and to convince the bank I know what I'm doing.
Hey Godric, saw the barley field was cleared. Best thing you can do right now is plant oilseed radish as a cover crop. Deep tap roots, breaks up compaction, improves soil health. Long term, it's a winner.
Oilseed radish. Right. Sounds fancy, like something I'd only ever see in a cooking show. But soil compaction, yes, important. All right, I'm listening.
Exactly. And once that's in, what are you thinking for the next crop?
Honestly, I'm not sure yet. Barley did okay, but profit, meh. Thinking maybe I could get a second loan, buy field 2, and have 2 fields ready for next year. Could be a chance to actually make some proper money.
Not a bad plan. More land, more flexibility. If you go that route, you can plant something that your new combine can handle. Oats, wheat, barley again, soybeans, or canola.
Oats, eh? Could feed horses if I decide to invest in those. Wheat's always solid, barley's the usual. Soybeans or canola, bit of a gamble, right?
Depends what you want. Oats for horses, wheat for cash, barley for consistency. Canola or soybeans could fetch good prices, but they need careful handling. Whatever you choose, having 2 fields gives you options.
I like options. Nothing beats having 2 fields to fiddle with. And maybe, just maybe, another loan won't kill me.
Don't worry, Godric. You've survived worse. Just make sure the numbers stack up. And if you need a second opinion on crops or equipment, give me a shout.
Will do. Cheers, David. Well, I think it's time these chickens go. Had 'em what, 2 years now? And they've barely managed half a pallet of eggs. I've spent more money feeding them than they've ever made me back. It's like running a charity for poultry. So that's it. I'll sell the lot. The eggs, the feed, the pen. Free up some space for the next big venture. What should we put here, I wonder? Sheep expansion? Maybe cows? Or something completely mad? Either way, chickens, you're fired. First stop, the farm stall. Eggs, a whopping $1,000 worth. Not exactly golden eggs, are they? Next, Agricor. Let's get this chicken feed off the books. $800 for the lot. Better in my bank than rotting in the bin. And finally, the chicken pen itself. Sold for $4,500. Not bad for some used fencing. Back to the farm we go. Right. Looks like we've got a good batch of produce ready for the market stall. Let's get this lot loaded, carefully. Strapped down and packed into the stall, ready to sell. And here we are. Fresh, local, organic-ish. Straight from Montana's finest. $4,000 in the pocket. Not bad at all. So, what goes here now? Horses? Pigs? More sheep? Maybe even cows? The possibilities are endless. Shame the bank balance isn't. At least you lot are paying your way. Simple, dependable, fluffy little moneymakers. Maybe I should just stick with sheep. Or maybe it's time for something bigger. A walk down to the farm shop. Because I want a new tractor. A nice tractor. A big tractor. But which make? Which model? That's the mystery. Once we've got this sorted, we can hire someone in and finally run this farm with 2 pairs of hands instead of 1. The future's coming. One big tractor at a time.